Carousel, carousel, carousel. This the carousel. On or you're off. Either you're on or you're off. Either you're on or you're off. Knock 'em out.
I'm Alex Fleming. I'm going to be your moderator. And today we have a battle in the NFC East. To my right, I have Philadelphia Eagles own and the sports arenas, Eric Wilson. Eric, how you doing tonight, sir?
Good evening, sir. How are you? I'm excited.
Oh, I'm ready for this. Oh, and to my left, I have a man who lets everyone know it's a football world and we just live in it. Mr. John Turner, how are you?
I haven't had a bad day in years. Once again, thanks for asking. You've got my name wrong at the bottom of my screen, though.
Yes, I do not know why Stacey Ashton is listed there, Mr. Wilson, but this is Mr. John Turner of A Football World. He's got an amazing page and he's an amazing man. He needs a bigger limelight because he's quite knowledgeable. Anyway, let's get down to business. This is NFC East, so I know it's already personal. Since you're the visiting team, Mr. Wilson, you will have 2 minutes to explain your position as to why Philadelphia is going to beat the Washington football team on week 1. After a 30-second pause, Mr. Turner will explain his position on why the Washington football team will defeat the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I would ask to keep it clean, but I know better than that. Just keep the blows to a minimum. Gentlemen, are we ready?
I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
Are you ready?
Eric, your time starts now.
Mr. Fleming, thank you first and foremost. So, traditionally, week 1 matchups for me are, I will say, sometimes a little bit of head scratchers because, as we know, anything and everything is possible. However, there is one consistent that has happened over the last 3 years. What has that been? That's been the Philadelphia Eagles beating the Washington Redskins consistently. Since 2017, the Eagles are 6-0 against our divisional opponent, the Washington football team. So it stands to reason that more of the same is going to happen. Now, I know what you people are thinking. Well, wait a minute. There's no training camps. There's no preseason. There's no OTAs. It doesn't matter. Washington has not been relevant since Obama. Okay? Let me just put it to y'all like that. I cannot, in good conscience, sit here and say to anybody watching, listening, or feeling this that Washington, with Dwayne Haskins from The Ohio State University, who still can't get it done on the field, because I'm a Big Ten guy. Shout out to We Are Penn State. And then you have Darius Geis. Oh, I'm sorry. He got cut because he can't keep his behind out of trouble. So who does that leave you? Terry McLaurin. You're probably only bright, shining light that you guys may have. Now, listen, I love me some Ron Rivera, and I hope he's able to change the culture that exists in that stadium and in that organization. But please believe, even if my 3rd string quarterback came out week 1, we're beating Washington. 1-0 to start the season, 1-0 in the division.
Okay, so he wants to spit venom. Mr. Turner of A Football World, I want to get you ready. I want to start you off right. Your time will begin in 15 seconds, sir. I just want to let you know, thank you for joining this platform, and I love having you on. Mr. Turner, whenever you are ready, please let us know your position in 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for having me again. And Mr. Eric, congratulations on being a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles and your 1 Lombardi trophy. It's an awfully big trophy case to only have 1 Lombardi trophy in, but you got to do what you got to do. With that being said, I appreciate your kind words mentioning we haven't been relevant here in Washington since the Obama administration, but I'd hate to inform you we actually haven't been relevant in the NFL since Bush Senior's jurisdiction. But that's okay. This is 2020 and anything goes in 2020. If you haven't turned on your television or tapped on the internet, I got to tell you that all systems are go this year. We have a new defensive coordinator. We have a lot of new defensive pieces, and we have a new head coach, which is defensive minded. And one things that the Philadelphia Eagles are missing right now is pieces on defense due to injuries. And a big piece of your team is also missing. That's two pieces on the offensive. In fact, your longest tenured lineman, Peters, wants a pay raise to move from right guard to left tackle. They already cut him at left tackle. They felt he wasn't good enough to play there anymore, yet they re-signed him to play right guard. Yet when their left tackle, young guy, got hit with an injury, they wanted to move him to left tackle. He demanded a pay raise to do so, and I don't know how that's going to work out, but their head coach is a pretty smart guy. I'm pretty sure he'll figure it out. With that being said, I think the Eric Coryell system is going to catch you off guard, and I think the 4-3 defense here in Washington is going to outwit your wide nine up there in Philadelphia, and we are at home week 1, so I think those factors in as a blowout victory for the Washington, whatever the hell they're going to call themselves for this season going forward. So, I look forward to a tough NFC matchup as usual. It's going to be the body bag game part 2 because with a long off season with not a whole lot of practice and preseason involved in it, I expect to see a lot of injuries in our young boys on defense taking full advantage of that. So body bag part 2 goes to Washington football team. But thanks for your participation. I appreciate your kind words.
Ugh. Oh, that got nasty. All right, we're going to start at the 7:30 mark. But yeah, as I already warned you, this got personal. Mr. Turner bringing facts. Mr. Wilson bringing history. Mr. Wilson, you have 45 seconds, and I will mute you. Your time starts now.
So, Mr. Turner, I want to let you know this. When it comes to the pecking order within our respective division, here's how I see it. I see us on top. I respect the New York Football Giants. I do have some love for you because when it comes down to it, you do sometimes shock the people. And I think the one thing we can both agree on is we hate Dallas. But with that being said, I'm looking not only at history, but consistency. And consistency has shown me that week 1, you're just not prepared. So you really think that you're going to be even more prepared with no OTAs, no training camp, and no preseason when you can't beat us when you have all of that? I appreciate the sentiment, but if you want to talk body bag 2.0, please believe your team is going to be the one exiting FedEx Field in body bags.
All right, so he went 2 seconds over. That's all right. It was just 2 seconds. Mr. Turner, your time starts now.
So I think being at home is an advantage as usual, and I think the Philadelphia Eagles are well equipped yet light in the ass for this competition in general. You guys have a steady coaching staff, bringing a lot of pieces back. We have an all-new staff with all-new energy, and I think we're going to bring that all-new world right on up your keister week 1. And it's a divisional matchup, NFC East, the most important division in all of sports. And I think the Washington football team is going to make a statement because I don't think Ron Rivera gives no F's for all the off-field drama that the team is going through right now. I think he's going to have his men prepared and ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's just the taste of what's to come for this football season.
Carousel, 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 this the carousel. On or you're off, either you're on or you're off, either you're on or you're off.